Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet an exciting episode of The Screenshot. Today, we have very special guests with us. Your host today, Ustufuza. So I'm here with
Lubelihle.
and
Not Dube.
wonderful. So I would like us, you guys, to actually introduce yourselves. Tell us ukuthi kahle kahle ulubelihle mbani, uxoli mbani. I'll go with you first.
Thank you for having me, ma'am. I am Nokolo Dube. I am a teacher, model, and an advocate for rural girls and underprivileged youth. I'm also the founder of the Noble Performing Arts Organization in Bulawayo, an organization that focuses on empowering rural girls and underprivileged youth through vocational training, entrepreneurship programs, education, and performing arts.
Oh, wonderful. And you, ma'am?
Okay, my name is Lubelihle Magomas Tulela. I am the founder of the Girl Up Initiative in Bulawayo. I am also a mental health advocate, and yeah, I feel like I do a lot of things. So I'm not just thinking good things are kosher. But yeah, I also host a podcast called Beyond 10 October. It's youth centered, it's for the youth. Its aim is to just keep mental health awareness alive throughout the year, like just beyond 10 October, which is World Mental Health Day.
Wonderful, powerful, powerful. So, since you guys have told us ukuthi omunye wenza ngani, I would want to ask a question. What inspired you guys to choose whatever you are doing or to pursue the careers that you are both pursuing? I'll go with you, Luba.
Okay, so it's funny that you're asking me this question now because I actually had a conversation with this other lady the other day. It was Wuti Luba, like you're just all over the place. You're doing a lot of things. Like, what's your push? What's your why? So the answer I gave you was Wuti. It's more like my God given assignment. That's how I explain it to people. Because tell you what, after graduating in 2021. I had to move back home, right? For because I studied in South Africa. But the thing is, I just felt so empty, like coming back home. Of course, it was exciting. With okay, I'm done with law school. I'm probably going to practice or whatever. But like coming back and seeing like Ikeb, a corner and the struggles, Goma youth and all of that, I just felt a push, like a burn. It was like, yo, something I've never experienced before. So I just felt like, okay, I didn't have my ducks in a row at all. Like I just didn't know what I was doing. So I just put myself out there, got similar minded people to actually assist me. And yeah, here we are today. Yeah.
And you, Polly?
Okay, very interesting. With me, I guess I was motivated by my own experiences. I grew up in rural areas of Matopo, Esikotini there. So growing up in rural areas, I lacked exposure, resources for me to pursue my dreams. So I just want to inspire those young rural girls who are facing similar challenges. That is why I had to start the Nobu Performing Arts Organization. Yes.
All right. And you guys are mentioning a very key point, ama challenges. You do know ukuthi abantu abaningi they're using ama challenges abo as an excuse and they're saying ukuthi vele akulanto enhle engaphuma kibo. I would like you guys to share those challenges ukuthi ngama challenges waphi that you guys faced during maybe isikhathi senipheswa ama careers and Oli. What challenges did you face?
Okay, in Kulemakhaya, the rural areas, I mentioned that I faced a lack of exposure. I had dreams. I had to travel like to school, maybe ama kilometers, amaning, something like 10 kilometers ngihamba ngenyawo and all that. So yikho nje ngiqale this organization so that I can actually support a girl child ukuthi bethole enough resources to pursue their dreams. And some of them, they are not even aware about these technologies that are happening in this other part of the world. Those girls in rural areas, there is AI, they don't even know about it. So I just want to introduce all of those stuff there in rural areas.
Wonderful. And you, Luba, what are the challenges that you faced maybe during your career or during your life struggles or interzinjalo? What did you face?
Okay. I think during my varsity years, like my mental health was tested like in ways I can't even like explain. So for me, it was a thing where I was like, you know what? I just decided to go for therapy for me. Yeah, I was just like, you know what, a lot is going on. Number one, really, you're not in your own home country. Like South Africa is just so different from Zim. Like not in a bad way, but there's just like a lot of different things going on here. And also like you get homesick here and there. And also in your 20s, guys, I just was winging this life thing. I didn't know what I was doing. So in as much as I did have like a support structure, like from family, friends, colleagues, I just felt like there was more like I needed to do, you know. So I just decided to what? Go for therapy, which wasn't easy um, the first time around because already there's a stigma, right? So carrying like heavy things, you know, just moving forward and then deciding to get the help you need. It's not something you just do overnight. You know, you have to think things through. Qala ukhangele ukuthi bawukhangile yini ukuthi ususiye ofisini yangikhona because the place yayikhona on campus, right? But kwakukhanya nxa ususiya khona and kwakukhanya ukuthi sesiya ngale. You know, it was a thing where I felt, you know what, I am such a strong girl after all. So let me try to spread that type of energy to the next person. So ngathi ngibuya back home after graduation, I was like, you know what, I think I'll be able to do this. So I don't really see it as a challenge now. I just see it as an opportunity for growth. Kuphela nje, during that time, I just felt like, yo, I'm drowning. But now I feel like I had to go through that so that I inspire the next generation of young girls and boys also, because I don't only advocate for the well-being of young girls. I also incorporate guys as well, which is important, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that you guys are aware that abantwana, maybe let me just start with Eblawayo. Some of them are feeling demotivated. Bathakula msebenzi abangayenza, bathakula into abangayenza. That's why they're resorting to izinto ezinjengabo drugs, you know, blessers, mjolo, stealing. So what advice would you give to such people? Because lina lingabantu abakhulele khona, lingabantu bakhona. What would you say to that young boy, to that young girl? So I'll just start with you, Luba. What would you say to that youth out there?
Okay, so I'll try to be as realistic as I can because sometimes the danger is that we give away advice and just go, oh, believe in yourself, wake up, 7 and run around. But like people are so different. Like people come from different backgrounds. It's not very easy, like for some people. Sihlezi nje lapha because you know we've managed to rise above those challenges, but the reality is that like when you move around and ask people like it's really sad. So I think what I can tell people is that they should be willing to put like themselves out there. It doesn't matter like what you do, really, as long as it's legal.
Yeah.
Emphasis on that, because I'll tell you, Mina, after A level, I started a gap year because I just wanted to figure out who the villains are, and you know, I just didn't want to go out there and you know start doing a lot of things. So, pressure, I want to pressure. If you feel like okay, ngicela ukuthatha isikhathi esincane and figure out life and see what makes sense. Bayekela abangani bakho bahambe university and all of that. I did that. I didn't really feel bad. Of course, sometimes ngalesizungu ngoba sebekhuluma ama-assignments, ma-lectures, what orientation, cool things like that. But ungazi understand wena as a person. But okay, mina nginguluba, ngisilela lapha, my strengths are here. Life uyacruisa shem, I don't want to lie. Lokhu ungakhethi izinto. Because during my gap year, I was actually a marketer. So I used to work for a company, I sense detergents. It wasn't really fancy, but I was just proud of myself. With okay, ngiyakwanisa ukuzithengela that, you know, stuff like that. You just need to uvume nje ukuqala somewhere. Sonke siyafisa okay to get up there and do the things we really want, but for you to get there, qala nje phansi sasibhoda, you know, with ama-pine gels, ama-dishwasher, with our floppy heads. But I didn't care. I really did not care. So inhloni esayidini. Yeah, so people should just be self-aware and know what they want and what they aspire to be, but also be alive to the fact that you start from the bottom and then, yeah, you get up there.
Okay. And you, Makhudeni, akuzitshela ukuthi ungathini kubantu abatsha.
Okay, before I say something to the young people, I think I need to say something to us leaders. I believe that if sifuna sibila abantu abatsha to grow labo bebe ngabantu kusasa, we need to teach them leadership because when you're a leader, you have purpose, you know, you want to inspire and all that. So I think when you are a leader, Futi, you start growing your network, you meet great people, you know, people who are into business and all that. So the first thing that we need to teach those young people is leadership, you know. And I'm being reminded of something that happened recently in my class. I met this Form 1, and this Form 1 was always nagging, you know, her parent would come anytime at school. She would call her parent, Mom, they're abusing me, Mom, this and that. And then her mom said that the young girl is suicidal and all that. She was living with the stepmom. You know what I did? Our stories are similar, but I didn't have to tell her that, you know what, I went through this and that, you know. But what I did, I recruited that girl into modeling, and then I told her that, you know, you don't need to cry when others are bullying you. Instead, can you start something, maybe a mental health awareness in your school? Start teaching other girls about the challenges that you are facing. You know, now she's a leader, and I'm seeing improvement. So I believe that if we teach them leadership, they should start where they are with what they have. They don't need to be told this and that. Yeah, these projects, they are lazy. We all know that these young people in Vilawayo, they are lazy. I don't know why, but they are just lazy. But if we teach them to have purpose and be impactful, I think everything will go well.
Awesome. In conclusion, I would like you guys to maybe tell us or just share your social media platforms, or so that maybe other interested maybe eventually join. Is Noble Arts open for the boy child as well? Because they're also complaining ukuthi lina livalele boy child sibona pinky kuphela. So where can they find you? Nxa befuna ukulibona? I'll start at random. Anyone can start. Luba.
Okay, so Get Up Pulai, we're there on Instagram,
Alright.
we're there on Facebook, it's just Get Up Pulai.
Get up, Pulai.
Yes.
Okay.
Then my personal accounts is Lubelihle Otri M on LinkedIn, Lubelihle Otri Mastula on Facebook. Then I think Instagram is still Lubelihle Otri Mastula. Kunenga kakhulu. Izinto nokho. But yeah, I'm sure ngathi apha Lubelihle you just see me there. Lubelihle Otri, yes.
Okay, and Miss Oli.
Well, with the Noble Performing Arts Organization, we are open, we nurture everyone, but we are running a pageant. The pageant is specifically for a girl child, you know, but the Noble Performing Arts Organization as a whole, it nurtures talent in both boys and girls, even adults. It's open for everyone. Yes.
So there you have it. Mthokazi omuhle sebekhulumile abantwana benu bakhuluma intombi ezinhle ukuthi hayi qala phansi lapho khona ungabi umakhetha kumbe uyesaba ukuthi obani bazathini sebembona sendrive isikorobo. So thank you so much. Be sure to like, share and subscribe and join us next time.